I went to a local show and picked up an ultra rare variant cover that fits right into my collecting wheelhouse. Plus, some other keys. Let's take a look at why I picked up next on this video from Bronzeville Comics. Hey there, comic book community. This is Jim from Bronzeville Comics coming to you with another video. And before we get started, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. We've passed our 3,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're headed towards 4,000. As we get closer, I will announce some prizes that we will be giving away. In addition, give us a follow on Instagram at Bronzeville_comics. I sell on Whatnot at Bronzeville_comics. We have sales every Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And tomorrow night on December 12th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have an amazing Spider-Man sale. All Silver Age, all double-digit ASM books. And as I do with my auctions, every auction starts at $3. So come in, follow us on Whatnot. If you're not yet on Whatnot and you use the link in the description, you can get $10 off your first purchase, regardless of who it's with. Bookmark the show. Check out the store because I have all the books listed as well as conditions. There are items in the Buy It Now also. Also in the description is a link to my eBay store. So there was a... wait. If... So, Lone Wolf Comics and Yasu Collectibles, they've been putting on a series of shows in the Bronx. They went to a new venue that was more parking friendly this time. And there were a lot of great vendors there. Fury Comics was there. NRG Comics NJ, Erod, 212, Streetside Anthony. So I was able to go through. I wasn't looking to pick up anything big. I was more looking to drop some books off to Erod to get pressed. So I didn't pick up a lot of books, and I was trying to stay within budget, but then something caught my attention. But before we get to the pickups from the show, I got one piece of mail in, and this is, I believe, if it is what I think it is, it's a nice Silver Age Grail. I got this on eBay for what I hope is a good deal. We will check the condition, and we'll probably send this book out to be graded. And it, like I said, it is a Grail. It's, if you know me, it's a DC book, and that's what it is. So, nicely packaged. Maybe save the box. Although I have so many boxes, I don't know what to do with. Ooh, there's good Gemini mailer and bubble wrap. I can use both of those things. Always use bubble wrap. I send so many books out through eBay and whatnot. We'll save the bubble wrap. You know, I got to keep it away from my kids. They love to pop the bubble wrap. They might be a little bit older than that. I mean, when they were a little bit younger, that was the main purpose of bubble wrap, so the kids could pop the bubbles. The big bubble wrap is more fun to pop, right? So let's see what we got here. And I think this is... It is a little bit lower grade. It's not high grade, but it's such a huge key. And it's a book that was kind of on my... Not my want list. You know, it wasn't one of the 10 books that I wanted for this year, but it was kind of in the B list. It was in the books that I would love to have if I come across it. And I picked up a number of those this year. It is right here. My Greatest Adventure number 80. That's the first appearance of the Doom Patrol. Okay. It looks mid-grade. I mean, it's got definitely a little bit, not terrible. Some wear down there in the corner. A little thing by the T there. And some... Let's take a quick look at what we have inside. And it's important, especially in books of this vintage. Although, for any big book, you know, dollar books, no. But, you know, if you're spending $100 or close to, just check your books. Check the page count. So this is a standard Silver Age book, so there should be 8 pages to the centerfold and then 8 pages to the other cover. There is a little bit of stuff going on, a little bit of staining and a little tear on the back cover. But that was all seen in the, you know, that's kind of in the condition it's in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Centerfold. Looks like I think they had advertised that I have to check the advertisement. There's a detachment. There is a rip here. I saw that on the front cover. I can feel it actually. So I'm gonna have to see how this will grade. And then 8 to the front cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a June 1962 book. Staples are solid. So there's some issues throughout the book. There's our first look at the Doom Patrol. Niles Calder, the chief in the forefront, the 3 main characters in silhouette. And then slowly they get introduced. Rita Farr. And the TV show, which I just watched the first episode of the new season the other night. Negative Man, Larry Trainor, does stick it very close to the origins of the characters. And, of course, Robot Man, Cliff Steele. I have heard feedback. I think people like sometimes to see the interiors of the books. And then their villain, who is, I guess, going to be the antagonist in this current season, is General Immortus. And he looks really old. And it's kind of funny. You see these one-page, and this was exceedingly common for DC books. I don't think Marvel did in the 60s. These one-page humor strips. So you have Peter Puptent, the Explorer. They did do some other one-page comics or half-page. And what DC liked to do at the time, too, was, which was kind of cool, they like to have these little, on this page, scientific facts. Now, since I'm in the New York area, you always have to be careful because Palisades Amusement Park in New Jersey books that were in this area, kids could have clipped those out to get a free ride on either the Caterpillar or the jet plane. Palisades Amusement Park predates me. I think it closed when I was really young, so I never went to it. But it's not a bad. It's got its issues, but I'm pleased with that. There's the tear there, but the no major stains, no major creases, and it is an incredibly expensive book in grade. So, but that's probably not the best book that I picked up today. Let's see about pressing that and see what kind of grade we can get from that. But that, even if I get it graded, it'll probably stay in the PC, at least for the time being. So let's take a look at when we went to the show. So I went to one booth that had some dollar comics. I just picked up a couple of Uncanny Avengers. I actually picked these up just to make it 5 comics that I picked up, because I picked up this Star Sapphire Green Lantern cover. These were all dollar books. This double Supergirl cover, Supergirl 18. And this was really the reason I jumped into this this bin and decided to get some books, was this Supergirl Power Girl cover. And that is, I'm not sure who did the art in there. But that's a nice cover. I'm pretty sure I have that whole run. So then I went to the next vendor. The next vendor was the Harvey Attic. He's more of a collector, but we were having a nice conversation, and, you know, he needs to not have as many books as he does. And I picked up this very nice copy. I actually think I recently got a copy of this, because I was looking. He had a nice run of adventure comics, and this one, according to CLZ, I didn't have, but now that I look at it more closely, I think I picked this up in like a Whatnot auction recently. So I'll have to see which is a better grade. This is in pretty nice shape. It does have some wear on the spine there, and it does have a spine roll. But other than that, the cover is really nice. Still has nice gloss. So I was happy to get that. I'm still searching, I think, for 377. Can't find that one. But if I get 377, I think I have almost every issue from like 330-ish up. And then the rest of the books I got from Streetside Anthony. This one I have a bunch of these, but maybe I'm a little late to the party, but I just can't pass this up at the right price. It's Justice Society of America #1, this amazing Alex Ross cover. And it does have the first appearance of Cyclone, who we saw in the Black Adam movie. And with DC's news of this last week, we probably won't see any more of those characters ever again. Who knows? That's a whole other conversation. Then this book I needed for my 1972 run, and this is a really, really sharp copy. Tarzan 210. It's the 4th DC issue. And I mean, look at the spine is just really nice on that, especially for a black cover book from 1972. And an awesome Joe Kubert cover. I think he did the interiors as well. I picked up this book. I've been picking up this book. Again, this is another book I've been picking up when I see it for the right price, because I think it's a good key. And I actually didn't buy this run when it first came out, which is unusual for me. And that's Booster Gold #1. I now have a few copies of this. I'm going to keep the best copy. This is another book. I do have copies of this, but there is a lot of potential. This book is already grown, but recent news has made this even more important, and that's Hulk 2. This is the first appearance, even though he appeared on the cover of issue 1. Let me, this hand, right. Hulk, right there. First appearance of Thunderbolt Ross's Red Hulk. The news that Harrison Ford has been recast to replace the late William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross has speculators speculating that the Red Hulk will be part of the narrative. And I think that's really interesting because, spoiler warning, this book is 14 years old. If you don't want to know the spoiler about the Hulk series, just fast forward. Ross kills the Abomination and frames the Hulk for it. So, and it's kind of a mystery initially. Then I've been picking this book up again at the right price. I've been getting this book like crazy because Marvel's going hard on this character. And that's Miracle Man #1, and who's an Eclipse comic by Alan Moore. Marvel now has the rights to this character, and he's in a new series. He's being integrated into the Marvel Comics 616 universe. Who knows what that means for the future. And then I picked up this book. It wasn't a book I would intend to pick up, but recent news and the price was right, and the condition. This is at least an 8. And this is Astonishing Tales number 13. It's the first cover appearance of Man-Thing. So that is a book that's potentially submittable. I'm not sure how well the prices will hold up, though, on that book. So then, there's one book left. And this book, I didn't even know about it. If you watch Lords of the Long Box, I think in their most recent video, they discussed this book because of a recent sale. And it's one of only 2 sales that I was able to find any information about. There was a recent sale of a VF copy of this book for $450. And unless you've watched that video, you're not going to even recognize this cover, because I really didn't realize until I saw the book and it looked unique to me and it's something that I'm interested in, and I started doing the research. So actually, Anthony and Erod and I were all talking about this book. It's All-Star Comics #1. This is from 1999. It was a 2-issue miniseries that wrapped around a whole series of issues that were issue #1s of a lot of the books from the Golden Age that were no longer in publication. I think they had an Adventure Comics, a Sensation, a Thrilling Comics, Star Spangled Comics, maybe All American. And they went back and retold new stories from the 40s of these JSA characters. And this is a RRP special edition. It was a retailer exclusive at, I believe, the Baltimore Comic Con. And according to Lords of the Long Box, their podcast, they said that there were only 83 attendees at the show. So there's a sale on eBay for $450, and there's a buy it now, best offer accepted price. I think the buy it now listing was $899. And if you're familiar with how eBay listings work, if it's a buy it now and a lower offer is accepted, that price is crossed out. So somebody accepted a price of less than $900 for this. But it's a book. I'm a JSA fan. Never known about it. There are this many issues on the census. There are 0 issue copies on the census that we could find of this book, because I think there were maybe 4 or 5 of the regular cover. I think, according to the CGC census, a little tricky to figure that out, but there was no variant edition listed. And All-Star Comics it was a little trickier to find this on the census. I typed in All Space Star Comics, which listed the Golden Age books. Then I went to All Star Comics, and it listed the Bronze Age continuation issues 58 through 74. Then I went back to the All Space Star Comics, and after issue 57, it listed issue 1 of this series, the regular cover, the 1999 series. So I don't know how many of these there are out there, but there's no sales on Heritage, no sales on eBay. Cover Price has 1 sale. It's a ghost, and it's a high grade copy. I looked it over with the press, thinking a 9.4, maybe a 9.6. I don't think it'll be a 9.8. There are a couple spine ticks here that I think they break color enough that they're not going to completely come out, but it's a sharp copy. And it really doesn't matter a lot. I'm going to send this in to get graded. But it's not going anywhere. I collect JSA, Justice Society, Seven Soldiers of Victory, Earth 2, Golden Age DC superheroes. That's my jam. And this is a PC book for sure. I also like the retro DC logo right there, and all the Justice Society members from the Golden Age. I think all the ones that were in continuity, because you lost obviously Batman and Superman, and you have They don't have no Dr. Fate or Spectre, but we got Green Lantern and Flash and Hawkman and Atom, Hourman's there, yep, and Sandman, Starman, Dr. Midnight. No Black Canary, but we do have Johnny Thunder, Hawkgirl, Wildcat, Mr. Terrific, and Star Spangled Kid, who wasn't a Justice Society member until the Bronze Age, but still, that's pretty good. So let me know in the comments below if you know anything about this comic, or if you like I did, saw the Lords of the Long Box episode. I've never seen this before, and it just kind of struck me in the box there. I'm like, this doesn't look familiar to me. So that was kind of cool. And let me know what you think about the other pickups. So in the meantime, I'm going to keep this brief. You can take a look at a couple of my other videos here. And this is Jim saying until next time, enjoy your comics.